When you get older, nobody's really going to worry about you, so why not chase those dreams you've been putting off? That fear of being judged. It's nothing more than a trick your mind plays on you. Stick around, because I'm about to share the secret to true freedom. And hey, if you're feeling this message, go ahead and hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. Now, let's get right to it. No one out there is waiting to criticize you. This isn't an exaggeration or a metaphor. It's a truth you've been dodging for too long. If this makes you uneasy, it's because you've been clinging to what others think. You hesitate, weighing every word as if under a microscope. And when you delay decisions, it's because you think the world is watching, waiting for you to fail. Here's the truth. People aren't fixated on your mistakes. They're too busy with their own struggles, yet you carry past failures like a burden, convinced they define you. But those mistakes exist more in your head than in reality. Worse, you believe someone is tracking your every misstep. The truth? Indifference is your strength. No one remembers every stumble, which means you can fall 1,000 times and still move forward. Failure isn't about making mistakes. It's about being paralyzed by fear of judgment that may never come. How often have you held back, afraid of looking foolish? And what did that get you? Nothing. No one notices your absence. Life moves on with or without you. If you sit on the sidelines, time won't wait. Seneca said it best. Life isn't short. We just waste it. How much time have you squandered waiting for the right moment? The truth is, there's no perfect time. Hiding in the shadows only leaves you with silence. The world has already moved on from you, and that might be the best thing. When you stop seeking validation, you break free. You start moving on your own terms, unburdened by expectations. Yet you still act as if you're under constant scrutiny. But public opinion is fleeting, and criticism short-lived. Think about the last time you saw someone embarrass themselves. Did it shake your world? Of course not. We're all too wrapped up in our own messes. If these words resonate, drop a comment below. Your feedback matters, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. People are inherently self-centered. They're too consumed with their own fears to worry about you. So why seek their approval? Aristotle said you should be the master of your own will, not a slave to others' expectations. Yet we conform, even when those expectations contradict. The real game changers in history didn't seek universal approval. Pleasing everyone comes at a heavy price. It erodes who you are. No matter what you do, critics will exist. When they see you take bold steps, they try to drag you down to their level. Their words hold power only if you let them. True strength is ignoring the noise and focusing on your own journey. Trust me, no one remembers your missteps for long. Once you understand this, you unlock life's real meaning. People may watch, but not for the reasons you think. Their criticism isn't about you. It's their way of escaping their own insecurities. Harsh judgment is often poorly managed jealousy. Have you ever let a single remark dictate your decisions? People only remember what fits their narrative. Everything else fades. The real pain isn't in the criticism, but in how tightly you hold on to it. The problem isn't their judgment. It's that you haven't figured out who you are. When you know yourself, outside opinions are just background noise. Epictetus said, "True freedom comes from self-mastery." Are you in control of your life, or are you imprisoned by others' opinions? Pleasing everyone means living at their mercy. True freedom is caring less about their judgments. That doesn't mean ignoring every piece of feedback, just learning to differentiate. Advice from the experienced is valuable. Opinions from those who never take risks, worthless. How often have you let an average comment drown out wisdom from someone truly knowledgeable? If this resonates, drop a comment. And if not, that's fine too. I appreciate your time. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is listening to those who've never built anything themselves. People hear everything but rarely question it. If you want to move forward, be selective about whose opinions you value. Criticism from the wrong sources is just noise. As Kierkegaard said, anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. It's normal to feel off balance when you start tuning out the noise. But that fear, it's the price of independence. Face it, and don't let it hold you back. Noise will never disappear, but every time you push forward despite it, you widen the gap between you and the distractions. Those who stay stuck shout the loudest, while real progress happens in silence. What's worse than criticism? Being forgotten. Ironically, that fear can set you free. People crave attention, but the need for validation holds them back. The more you chase visibility, the heavier the burden. The world only notices you as long as you're useful. Once you're not, you're discarded. Cicero said the greater the desire for recognition, the heavier the chains. Sometimes, stepping back is the smartest move. Think of Da Vinci. He spent years quietly working before emerging with work that spoke for itself. True control is knowing when to step into the spotlight and when to remain in the shadows. Freedom isn't about noise, it's about knowing when to be silent. Today, people are addicted to noise, seeking validation in every notification. But if you weren't your own voice, who would you be? If no one watched, what would be left of you? If you rely on being seen, have you ever truly existed? Real power comes from action without an audience. The world respects those who don't beg for attention, but get things done quietly. We mistake invisibility for weakness, but true strength lies in working under the radar. The most dangerous weapon is unseen, and the strongest person is often in the background. Some of the greatest ideas were born in solitude. We mistake applause for success, but applause is fleeting. As Montaigne said, "The more you crave being seen, the less you are truly yourself." Sometimes disappearing protects what matters most. And what about the people you expected to care? Your kids, your lifelong friends? Don't sweat it. Take care of yourself first. Investing years into relationships only to feel forgotten is painful, but don't let it define you. Your worth isn't dictated by others. Accept that a fulfilling life isn't built on constant approval. If those you love aren't filling the space you hoped, ask yourself, what do I really want from this part of my life? Their indifference doesn't stop you from living with purpose, joy, and self-love. It's time to reclaim your life. Have you spent your life putting others first? Now's the time to use those lessons for yourself. Think about what you've always wanted but never pursued: a new hobby, travel, or simply enjoying nature. True peace doesn't require approval. Break free from expectations and embrace your freedom. The people who matter will respect your independence. Those who truly care will find their way to you. If they don't, that's their loss. You can't force people to care, but you can choose to value yourself. Focus inward, put your well-being first, and let go of the need for validation. No one will care about your self-worth as much as you do. We spend too much time chasing approval, but real satisfaction comes from within. Stop waiting for permission to live life your way. The power to build a meaningful life is in your hands. So, what's it going to be? Will you keep seeking approval, or will you take charge? The choice is yours. If you're ready to embrace this mindset, share this message. Your journey to self-love and independence starts now.